the rest of the way. Cruz fires. Fastball slashed toward Caglione at first. He gloves it on one hop. Underhand toss to Cruz covering in time for the out. And there are two away. Nice play from Jack Caglione. It was a little bit more towards second base on an infield shift to the left side. Along with Cags at first, the Royals and Michael Massey at second. Bobby Witt Jr. is the shortstop. Nick Lofton plays third. Carter Jensen does the catching with Isaac Collins in left. Lane Thomas in center. And Tyler Tolbert back in right field. Just outside ball one. Entering tonight, Steven Cruz has been pitching, well, his best really in his big league career. Ever since the end of May, it's really clicked into place for him. The 1-0 pitch. Lindor tried to check his swing, appealed to third, he went around. Strike 1-1. Well, since the end of May, Steven Cruz had 13 appearances and had only given up 3 runs. And all of them in one outing against the Cardinals, in which he gave up a 3-run homer to Ivan Herrera. A 13-game stretch comes on the heels of him having 3 straight outings. So he really flipped the switch and has become very, very effective. The 1-1. Swung out and missed 1-2. Well, the home run ball has bit him this year. He's allowed 9 home runs now. That he's allowed over the better part of the last month and change have been on homers. The 1-2. Bounce straight back, still a ball and 2 strikes on Lindor. Since the end of May, Cruz after that having thrown 15 in 30 minutes, 18 strikeouts, and 6 walks, and a 1.76 ERA. He had the leadoff homer to A.J. Ewing tonight. Another 1-2 to Lindor. Swung on him, missed, strike 3. Back foot cutter, got him swinging. A couple of gnarly strikeouts for Steven Cruz in the bottom of the first inning, but they both came after the A.J. Ewing leadoff home run that did 420 feet to center field. So the Mets did 1 run on 1 hit, the homer, no errors, nobody left. They go to the second, Mets 1, Royals nothing.
Let's set a goal to get more from summer. More thrills per hour. More deals per dollar. More Royals fans. Because summer is a city means more fun in the outfield experience. More photo ops with soccer and more starting forecasts. Make training with kids family easy. Let's get more pretzels, popcorn, and soda from the value menu. How about more fun runs? More news and eyes on fire next Friday. It's all here. Fasten up. Get more from your summer. Royals.com/Family Guide.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr. In baseball, we talk about the 5 tools. Hitting, power, average, speed, arm strength, and field. They got 5 tools on their own. Selection, service, pricing, financing, and people you can trust. Just like in the game, it's not one thing that makes you great. It's all them together. For 40 years, the Bob Allen Ford team has been bringing all 5 every day. Because all Fords are created equal, it's the dealer that makes the difference. Feel the difference at BobAllenFord.com. KC, new traditions are a time for tailgating. Any parking lot, driveway, or backyard will do. It's where we learn to flip burgers, throw coleslaw. It's where the sizzle of the grill meets the crack of a bat. For generations, great game days started with a triple price chopper. Some traditions should never change. For every fan, every tailgate, every game, Kansas City knows Price Chopper.
Enjoy four tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 1 parking pass with the Royals Sunday 4-pack. Take care of everything and make your ballpark experience a breeze. Grab your pack today at Royals.com/Sunday. Salvador Perez leads off the top of the second inning. Christian Scott delivers. First pitch fastball up and in, nearly hits Salvi on the shoulder. He twists out of the way. The Mets ball 1. The Royals trail the Mets 1-0 in the top of the second inning. A.J. Ewing, who's having a tremendous series, hit a leadoff homer in the bottom of the first. Scott fires. Salvi strokes it in the air, down the right field line. Long run for Carson Bench, over toward the sidewall. It's out of play, just on the other side of the concrete wall. 1 ball, 1 strike on Salvador Perez. He was 2 for 5 with a double and a couple RBIs yesterday. yesterday. And Sally's now got a 4-game hitting streak. 3 doubles and a homer in that span. Homer came a few days ago. His 11th home run this season. Now the 1-1 pitch. Going outside, 2 balls and a strike. Sally has now eclipsed 11 home runs in 14 consecutive seasons. Something that has only been done by 3 other catchers in Major League history. Here's the pitch. And then 2-2. Sally chased a high fastball. One of them is Mike Piazza, who has the all-time record for home runs by a catcher, 427. And most of them with the Mets. A lot of them wearing these Mets black jerseys tonight in the early 2000s. The pitch. Down softly, back up the middle, over the mound. Lindor charges, scoops and sidearms to first in time for the out. One away. Sally retired. That brings up Michael Massey. The other 2 catchers on that list, Buzz Rodriguez, who Sally recently passed on the all-time home run list for homers by a catcher, and Yogi Berra, who Sally is still chasing down. Yogi's at 358 career home runs. First pitch to Michael Massey. Up and away, ball 1. down 1-0. Isaac Collins to the plate. Tyler Tolbert is in the on-deck circle. What does he have in store for us tonight? Here's the pitch. Up and away, 3-1 Collins. Tolbert has back-to-back 5 big games. For something that's only been done twice before in baseball history by Roberto Clemente in 1970 and a guy named Clyde Myers in 1917. The pitch. Max Bauer, third base side of the play, and it's 3-2. It's one of the beauties of baseball. Whenever there's a rare achievement, it sends you down that historical rabbit hole, and you wind up learning so much about, frankly, some guys that you've never heard of before, like Clyde Myers, who played for the Brooklyn Robins in 1917. The 3-2 pitch. Collins hits it in the air down the right field line. Curling foul. Benches over. It is out of play into the seats. Still 3-2 on Collins. Dug into Clyde Myers. Back-to-back 5-hit game.
Oh, wait.
13-inning game that actually ended in a tie. Was a 22-inning game in which Clyde Myers had 10 at-bats and went 5 for 10. I'd argue Tolbert's 5-hit games were more impressive. 5 for 5 and then 5 for 6, and both of them in 9-inning games. Still full count on Isaac Collins. Scott delivers. Collins lines it into center field, a base hit. Matt Lofton was off with a pitch here around second. He gets to third with a slide. A couple of 2-out base runners for the Royals, a walk and a single. And now here comes Tyler Tolbert. He's got a brand new bat because the one that he wound up using at the end of last night's game is headed to Cooperstown. Tyler Tolbert tied a major league record last night with a hit in 12 consecutive plate appearances. Tolbert was 5 for 6 yesterday. He had a home run in the second inning, a single in the fourth, an infield hit in the fifth, another infield hit in the sixth, and then an infield hit in the seventh to tie the major league record. He flied out to right field in his final at-bat in the ninth to end his incredible streak. Kristen Stott just got a mental visit from Justin Willard, the pitching coach, before Tolbert bats. Well, why not talk it over before the hottest hitter in baseball steps to the plate?
I was going to pull in there and he fucking come in at me.
And here comes Tolbert. 12 hits in his last 13 plate appearances. And the major league record that he tied was first set in 1902 by a guy named Johnny Kling. First pitch to Tolbert. Check swing foul into the backstop netting, and it's 0-1. And then walk throw ball. Johnny Kling, who's more known as a defensive catcher.